everyone. Welcome back to Brother, Sister, Whatever, where real talk meets zero chill. I'm Lisa.
I'm Josh. How's it going?
So today we're talking about doing absolutely nothing and why that might be the most powerful thing to do. I know, right?
Crazy.
In a world that we live in, doing absolutely nothing seems kind of strange.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Okay, but let's start with our weekly what if.
Yes. What if you had to sit in a room with nothing but a chair for 8 hours? No phone, no music, no distractions, just you and your thoughts. Who cracks first? What weird thoughts show up?
That gives me like padded room vibes, you know, like in like one of those asylums, you know. Oh man, there's something about that kind of feels really like nice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like really, oh okay, like almost like I could breathe a sigh of relief and just like be. I think I don't. I'll be honest though, like I don't know, like nothing, like not even like birds chirping kind of shit. I don't know. It seems a lot. I don't know if I'd be able to do a whole 8 hours.
I mean, I guess technically it's kind of like a jail cell, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it's giving like.
So you don't really have anything to do.
Yeah.
You know, and you
Fuck,
know, no
even
phone,
jail
no
cells
music,
have TVs, don't they?
or books at
Something,
least.
yeah.
Right. So yeah.
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 I think it would be nice to experience that once.
Yeah, or it doesn't have to be in that context, right? Like in that sense. I mean, it could be like what? Like camping is technically not far from that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay, you can do stuff, right? It's not, well, no, I'm not, we're not even saying that you can't do stuff. You just, there's nothing.
Well, that's like you can't. There's nothing to do.
Yeah, but like you can still move around or like pace.
Oh yeah, you could
or,
exercise.
right?
Do some jumping
I guess,
jacks.
right? So.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be nice to experience once. I don't think it would be something that I would be able to. First of all, would be able to do all the time, but also if it's something that I would really need or want to do all the time. And for like a full 8 hours, yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I'd be good
without doom scrolling.
Without doom scrolling, there's like nothing, right? So I would be okay with one time to try it out, just to see, you know. It'd be funny to see what you would come out of it with, like what revelations about yourself, what thoughts, like because you have nothing else to do but think.
It's true.
In some scenarios, it might not be the best thing. Sometimes you might not want to be thinking too much.
You sparked something too. I remember there was I forget who said it though, but there's a certain hour, right?
Like a witching hour?
No, but there's a certain hour, like if you go past that, all of a sudden your mind like turns inwards,
way.
like you start just thinking about other things, I guess, but it's all like from within.
Oh.
It's like a meditation, so it's like after like the 13th hour or something like that, all of a sudden like you have like this enlightenment in the sense of like, what you're thinking about or not thinking about, kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool.
So
that sounds like something I'd be into.
Maybe the 8 hours could do us some good.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Challenge,
yeah. Man. Okay. So I think that's it for the weekly. What if? Did you even answer?
No, I
think
didn't.
I hijacked that one. So go.
No, I mean, yeah, I would do it. I think I would be okay with it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do. I think I'm getting more into that. I mean, maybe not in a jail cell, but like I'm getting much more into like just like my own thoughts, and I have little incenses now, and I light them, and so.
You kill me.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So that's it for the weekly what if. Here's a question for you, Josh.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Why does nothing feel wrong, even when it's exactly what we need?
Why does nothing feel wrong?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
If we, okay, perfect example. I feel the need to, there's always something to do around the house, right? But does it need to get done that minute? Like, let's say you're tired and you just want to chill, but you've got laundry, dishes, and whatever to do. Does it have to be done that very second? Why not just give yourself even 10 minutes of nothing to just recoup and regenerate as much as you can with 10 minutes? Why does it feel so wrong? Why are we not allowing ourselves to just do that? To just do nothing?
I think it's just how we're built. Some people do nothing. There are lots of people who do that. I mean...
so when you say just how we're built, you mean us?
Yeah.
As opposed to a society?
Yeah. I mean... Okay. Because I think, come on. I think everyone knows some people who do nothing.
Well, certainly better at it than others, that's for sure.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So I think... and, we all have our moments. Like, I won't say that I never take those 10 minutes, right? Like, I do here and there. But, yeah, for the most part,
it's not like, necessarily the norm, maybe?
No, it's definitely not the norm.
Right.
It's just how we're wired, I guess.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that it's all done, and because we know that, it's going to compound with interest.
That's good, yes. It's true. Well, here's the thing that I'm learning about myself lately, going through this whole like kind of exploring who I am again.
Yeah.
I've realized that I never let myself rest. And when I do, it's with strings. Do you know what I mean? Like when I have allowed myself to rest, it's because I was so rock bottom. Like my body couldn't physically move anymore, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't give yourself enough oomph to even move off a sofa or get out of bed or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Those moments. Luckily, those moments don't come too often, right? Where like I'm struggling to get out of bed every day. But that feeling that I have of just like never listening to my body, my needs, and giving myself something. Yeah. I feel like it's really important to start to listen to what your body and what your mind needs.
Yeah.
You may not be able to do it all the time, but at least like I was actually ignoring those signs, that voice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think it's a lot harder for you, for women, especially moms. Like women who have children, because I feel like, not that I think it's okay, but it's as if when you become a mom, at least from what I've seen, you become a mom and it's like you don't matter anymore in your own mind. Like you don't matter. So how you feel doesn't fucking matter. How,
what you need,
like it doesn't matter. So I think that women take this ultimate sacrifice when they have kids, and they're totally just at their mercy, so to speak. And only later, again, just speaking from, only later they're kind of like, no, like I need to think about me a little bit, right? Like, the cliche airplane thing, right? The fucking mask falls and, you do it first and then you help the kids or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I think that that's a little bit a part of maybe why you feel like that.
Oh,
maybe.
I will say hands down, absolutely, of course.
Mm-hmm.
There are times, I don't even I don't even think about eating breakfast until I've gotten to work. Because in the morning I'm XYZ getting them ready. Let's just, make sure they're good to go. And then I think about what I need. So yeah, I totally understand that. I also do think that there are a lot of moms out there that are able to kind of, maybe for lack of a better word, compartmentalize
Mm.
that a little bit better, and have things that bring them joy, and that, like, refill their cup kind of thing. um so I think for myself, it really is also a big part of my personality,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
uh
Yeah.
but I'm really learning. In the last couple of months, I've been doing so much work to just really stop, stop and listen to myself a
Good.
little bit more.
That's
I'm
awesome.
by no means perfect at it, but I've gotten a lot better at saying, like, you know what? That doesn't need to get done right now. I'm good with this. Or I need to just lay in bed for an hour and look out the window and not do anything.
Yeah.
Done that. So yeah, I think there's like a lot to be said for doing nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I agree totally.
Yeah. But what about you?
In the sense of,
Do you ever feel guilty, like when you do choose to rest or do nothing?
yeah, I definitely feel guilty.
Yeah.
Um,
Why though? Where does your guilt come from?
I think my guilt comes from I feel like it's expected of me to never rest. So I always have to be doing something. And if I'm not, I'm lazy, or like, what are you doing? Like, why are you just sitting there? Or like, how dare you go on the computer?
Mm.
Or so, like, and I feel it. I feel it. Like, for example, if I go on the computer and I barely play games, okay, just to give you like my thought process. I barely play games, and like I get a text from like an old friend, let's say. He's like, "Hey, like, remember when we played League of Legends, blah blah blah, like, why don't we jump on, we have like one." I'm like, "Okay, fine, I'll play 1 hour, one game." And I get on, and in that time frame, someone calls me or they open the door, and I'm there, and the game is on, and it's like
You'd been there for 8 hours.
no, but as if I did something. I look back and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm like, yeah, and and it's like blah blah blah, and I'm like, okay, and I'm like, oh.
So what?
So you know what I mean?
That you're lazy, you're whatever, like you were saying. That's from you. That's your voice saying it to you. It's not external forces. Is that what you're saying?
I think it's a little bit of
A
both,
little bit of
because
both?
I think it's me,
Yeah.
and then
The perception around you.
my pickings,
Okay.
where I need to have people who are going to feed that problem instead of the opposite,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So I chose people in my life who would be like, "Why are you being such a lazy ass? What are you doing sitting there for 5 minutes?"
So you picked motivators in your life to get you to where you wanted to go.
In ways.
But the flip side of it is that when you do feel the need to do nothing or rest, you're
no-no.
fucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, why aren't you doing something to progress you even further, kind of thing.
That's it. So all the work I've been doing on myself for the past year, I've been learning just that, which is that inner peace, and to honestly do nothing, and how powerful it is to do nothing, and it's been life changing, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
So I guess we could agree then that no matter man, woman, children, no children, the external forces around us,
yeah, I mean, I think it's
are a big factor.
There's a base, and then everything. Like, I don't know how it was for you, but like, I was totally different with my firstborn compared to my second, and like, in the senses of, it's fine, we have a little bit of time, versus like the first was like, what do you mean? Like, we have to get this ready, and just in case, and oh my gosh. So I feel like, yes, but also there is experience in there that like, look at a first time mom
Oh, of
Or
course.
forget about mom. A first-time couple. First-time couple, like, with their first kid. And first-time couple... and a couple with, like, it's their sixth kid. Right? Oh, man.
The dynamic is so different.
Yeah. This one, like, the kid falls over. They're like, yeah, whatever. And they're like, oh, my gosh. Oh, no. It's like Lion King, like... they're so freaking out, like, and the people with the six, they're like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. It's a little bit of dirt.
Kid's got a hard head.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, a little bit of dirt never killed anybody. I love it.
Well, all right. So, how about this? What object in your house is sacred to your flop lifestyle? Yeah, a couch, a hoodie, I don't know, corner of the floor.
Oh my gosh.
A burrito blanket.
Okay,
I don't
so
know.
it's like a twofer, but it's like in one. I have my nook. Okay, like the special area of the sofa that's the best, right? And
no one can take that spot when you're...
Oh, fuck no. Trust me, the kids know. They'll be like, "Oh, mom's in the nook." So the nook, and with that also goes my nice big cozy blanket.
Okay.
That is like my spot. I feel like, even with the TV on or whatever, like I feel like cozy and at peace in that little spot. I don't know why. It sounds so silly, but
it doesn't sound silly at all, actually.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty normal.
That's mine. What about you?
Now?
Yeah.
I would say now it's my office, because I've created like such a peaceful space in there now.
Mm-hmm.
I have my little incense, and I have like all my little stuff, and I go in there and I just kind of relax, and I think or not think.
So do you ever mentally like defend your rest time, like your flop time? Like explain it to yourself or others? Like, do you ever feel like you have to mentally defend that?
In the past, yeah.
But now not so much?
Not so much. It's a tough question, actually. No, not so much anymore. I think that, no, to answer the question, yes. There's been many times where I had to kind of like mentally defend like why I want to take a break or sit down or whatever.
I'm allowed to sit and relax for a bit.
And you're almost trying to convince yourself.
Almost, yes. Very
right?
much so.
It's like almost like your brain is kind of like, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. And you're like, look, I deserve this. And you're like having this conversation.
Yeah. Chanting affirmations to yourself.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I do too. Like I said, I actually have gotten better at it in the last few months. I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't actually need to defend this, even to myself. I'm allowed to...
Well, without getting too personal, we've technically both been working on ourselves these past little while, since we started the podcast.
Yeah.
And before.
And before,
but
in different ways. But
yeah. But yeah, so it's good.
I know. It's really nice. I finally feel like I'm living life as opposed to just in it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It actually makes a lot of sense, because that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like even though it still might not even be evident to me, I notice that there's like big changes, and they're creeping. The changes are creeping just in the way I think, the way I feel, who I choose to talk to now.
Yeah.
All of it is different. And it's weird, because it feels like a whole new life, right? Like, because all those things mentally are changing. So obviously the people you talk to are entirely different than what
they were before, or what you thought of them before. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's really nice.
So how about we get into our this and that showdown?
Let's go, brother. You start.
All right. So intentional nap or accidental nap?
Oh, both are nice, but intentional. I will pick intentional.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Pajamas all day or change into lounge clothes.
Lounge clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more of a
Yeah.
lounge clothes.
Same.
Um,
Although I have Sundays are my pajama all day days.
I don't have pajamas.
Okay, so
Like for me,
it is what
lounge
it is.
is like usually I'll wear sweatpants, which I wear sweatpants quite often,
Yeah.
and like a hoodie.
Okay.
That's like my jam,
Yeah.
you know. Cold drink on the couch or warm drink in bed.
I'm not a fan of warm drinks. I know that sounds silly. You're like everybody is gasping on the other side. But like unless it's like Christmassy winter weather and you're purposefully with the family having hot chocolate with marshmallows and it's like an event at our house, like the hot chocolate thing, like the gourmet hot chocolate balls that you dip in and have to wait, all that shit. So, and that's only like to me in my mind very specific times. I'm a huge iced coffee fan.
Mm.
So for me it's more the iced drink and couch bed, outdoors, indoors, doesn't really matter. So I'll take cold drink on the sofa. That's what it was, right? Cold drink on the sofa?
Yep.
Yeah, I will take that. Long-winded explanation to get to that answer, but that's my answer.
Nice.
What about you?
I don't care.
Okay.
I do both.
Snacks within reach or full fasting flop?
What do you mean full fasting flop?
Like
don't eat anything?
Yeah.
I'm just because of my mindset right now, I'm gonna go with the fasting flop.
Really?
Yeah, I don't eat snacks right now. So
You're good. I've gotten back into the snacks. I was better and now I'm worse.
yeah, no, I will when I finish my competition.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm not moving flop, or I'll slowly migrate around the house flop.
Right now, it's I'm not moving flop.
Okay.
How about you?
Yeah, me too, probably. Yeah, same.
How about this? A morning rest or an evening rest?
I mean, I go to bed at 8.
But are you resting in the morning too?
A little.
Yeah.
Here and there. It depends, like where I'm at client-wise. No, I don't know.
I'm going to say evening rest.
Hmm.
The wind down from the day after the kids are in bed and you're just like...
Yeah. I don't remember what those are like. Because I go to bed so early.
Yeah, you go to bed before they do.
Yeah,
Shit.
bad.
So for you, it'd definitely be morning rest. Because you get up before them, don't you?
I'm up at
You're
around
like...
3:30.
Well, there you go. You're up way before them.
3:30, I slept in today, though, because I went to bed late. But normally.
Yeah.
All right. Background TV you've seen 1,000 times or complete silence?
Okay, so if the background TV is the naturescapes on YouTube, where they go through all those, I'll take that over and over and over again.
No,
any
it's
day.
Coco Melon.
Okay, so then silence. All right, one more each. Josh, canceled plans or ghosting responsibilities?
Ghosting responsibilities.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, let me think here. Oh, overthink everything while doing nothing or mentally peace out?
Oh, I've done both. I think mentally peace out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That was a fun one.
That was a good one.
A fun one.
That was great.
All right. So let's do a regret of the week before we peace out on this episode. Is there anything from this week that you wished you could change or take back or...
I really try not to have regrets.
I know you mentioned that in the regret episode.
So this one's going to be a little tough for me, but I guess if I have to pick something, I wish that I didn't, I regret eating that extra slice of pizza on the weekend.
Yeah. My regret is that I didn't find it in me to start gardening in the beautiful weather.
Plenty
when
of
we
time
had
for
it.
that. Don't stress. Plenty
when
of
we
time.
had it.
But yeah, don't worry. We're going to get it.
Yeah, we'll get there. Doing nothing doesn't mean you're wasting time. It means you're letting yourself breathe.
Absolutely.
Hands down.
Hands down.
Hands down. All right.
Well.
And that's it for this episode. So thanks for tuning in to Brother, Sister, Whatever, and we'll see you next week.
And remember, please start following us.
Yes, I know.
Instagram. We're on YouTube.
Facebook.
Facebook.
All right.
Bye.